What's going on, guys and girls? It is Zazzri today, and I'm bringing you Season 3, Episode number 7 of my Chelsea Career Mode. This episode is going to be the big 30-minute episode. I mean, although it's not 30 minutes, I know the Man City one wasn't either. It's very close to, and the thing is, I have actually no footage other than the squad report to kind of show you guys, so that's that. I can't actually make it longer because I've got really nothing to add on. But anyway, that was just a transfer there. I sold Khedira, as a few people said to sell him, and I bought a few people. Because this is my final season, if you're wondering, that's why I'm doing this. Generally, I won't talk about the gameplay once I've done with these transfers, but I thought I'd explain the transfers and that sort of stuff. So I thought I'd get rid of Bertrand, looking at his potential and stuff. He's not going to grow that much more. And, at 25 years old, 78 overall, I might as well just sell him, get the money, and possibly buy someone, than just be sitting with him just in case. And that's what I did. And this is who I spent the money on, the Khedira and the Bertrand, and a little bit of the money I had left over. It was Gareth Bale, 89 overall, 25 years old. So I'm not sure how much I offered, but in terms of how much it costed, but he can actually play left back if you're wondering as well, so that's why he replaced Bertrand as it was, and he plays left mid, and he's a fantastic left mid in this game, so that's why I decided to get him. And looking at who I could buy, I thought he was the best option. So as you can see here, the Khedira transfer's gone through, so I got 8 million from that. Just quickly to talk about something. Basically, guys, I really appreciate if you left a like on the video. It's going to be a long and it's going to take a lot of effort to put together. And as you can see, Danny Storage, I'm not sure I showed you this because I don't think it goes through, but basically you can see since he's gone to Liverpool, I was really not that happy about him being in my team. And even though he's a very, very good player, I was sort of like, but that's why I submitted a counter offer of 31 million, because I was thinking, that's considerably more than what he's worth. And if I got 31 million for him, I could buy pretty much any decent striker, that's equivalent to him, that I would be happy with. So that's why I did that. And here you can see the deal for Bale's going through. So what I offered was 29.5 million, which I know that seems a lot, but I wanted him, and it's my last season, and I've got 42 million transfer budget. 110,000 a week is what I'm giving him, and Gael Kakuta, who I really haven't played much at all, and that's why I decided to do that. And we bought him into the team, and Spurs came back to me after I've just bought Bale. So I mean, they should have a considerable amount more money. They've got 29.5 million and a replacement for Bale, so they've got 29.5 million to play with, really. So they offered 25.5, and I thought I'd go back with them with 29.5, which is what I bought Bale for, obviously. And I was thinking, they might go for that, and I'd be happy to sell him for that amount, even though I wasn't really sure who I'd buy, but, it's better than getting nothing. Okay, by the way, guys, if you're wondering, I've got a squad report coming next episode. I just thought I'd tell you guys that, and the Bertrand is going through. So we sold him for 3 million, and he's worth 3.2, so I thought I might as well accept. Anyway, I've got a squad report coming next episode, but that's way too long to be in this one. It's quite a while, and it's going to take a long time for me to put together, but I've got that coming. I've also got an awards type thing, because I'm not doing any more seasons at all on YouTube with the Chelsea Career Mode. I might live stream it now and again, but I really will not be using it too much. And we're moving on to a game against Fulham in the Premier League, but I won't be really talking about the gameplay, because the gameplay is not that interesting to talk about when I can talk about the career mode as a whole, I think. I know someone said, to talk about the gameplay a bit more, and I will here and there, but, generally I won't be. But I'm really happy with this career mode. It's sad to end it in a way, because it's I support Chelsea, and I love doing this career mode, and, it will always probably go down as my favourite career mode to ever do. If someone could say to me, you can only do one career mode through 13, I'd be like, right, well, I'll do a Chelsea one then. But I think the thing is with it has got to the point now whether it's struggling for me to improve the team. I've got so many beast players in it that it's just so difficult to improve the team. And I'm really happy with the team as it is at the minute. And without it becoming the Man City one's just a bit of a best team that you could build pretty much in career mode. And I don't want the Chelsea one to be like that. I'm not saying I want it to be realistic, because of course it is not realistic whatsoever, but I prefer it to be kind of, I'm not just spending silly money on players, except the Bale transfer. I mean, I've generally not spent a ridiculous amount of money on players. I've picked up good bargains and that sort of stuff. But I think I've got basically 2 more videos coming after this one for the Oh yeah, and basically Borussia Dortmund, I forgot to tell you guys, I'll mention that now, decided to meet the asking price of 29 million for De Bruyne. He's 23 years old, he's overall 85, and he's not going to improve too much more, and there's a lot I can do with 29 million. So I went ahead and sold him, and I was actually live streaming at this point. Season long loan, I let Papao, have you say his name, got, and yeah, I decided to buy with that money Christian Eriksen, because I was on a live stream and asked you guys what you wanted, and I look at all these clubs I went to in terms of like who I should buy, and you came back to me and you said, I'm basically doing all these, by the way, if you're wondering, is because just in case any of them don't go through or whatever, then that's why. And I basically have to ask the live stream, you know, who should I buy with the money, and you told me to get, actually you'll see later on in a few minutes time, you'll see who I'll buy, but I went through all these players, and these are the players that I thought would be best suited to where we needed to improve the team, or where I thought we could kind of buy someone, because also in De Bruyne's position we had quite a few players anyway, but as you can see we've had Pastore, Eriksen, Sanchez, Boateng and Poli, and I thought, you know, those are good players, and looking at the team that we've got, I think that's a good place to improve, you know, that centre mid role and centre attacking mid role to replace De Bruyne, even though I feel we've got a lot of cover there. You know, we've got Oscar, we've got Royce, you know, we've got Neymar, we've got Hazard, we've got Mata, so, you know, we've got plenty of players in that position, or can play that position, is what I'm meaning to say, really. But you know, it's always nice to have that extra player or two. And all those players there, I think, except Sanchez, or maybe including Sanchez, can also all play in different positions. Even though it says like they're a cam or they're a right winger, they can play, you know, centre mid, centre defensive mid, right wing, all that sort of stuff. So it should be all good in the end. Anyway, I've got 2 more videos probably coming for the Chelsea Career Mode, and then I'll be done with it. We won't be doing any more Chelsea careers. I've already started my next career mode, by the way, guys. So please stop voting, and please, 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 this is what I'm begging you for, really, is to stop commenting asking me to do certain teams, because I already know really which teams I'm sort of planning on doing, and like now I've got the vote sorted and everything, I can see what you guys want to do, and I've already picked the team now, so that's a lovely little goal from Hazard. You know, I love it when they open up the body, as I've said many times, but you know, I've picked the team, I've already started it, I'm recording footage because I want to be able to just start, and I'm going to try and start doing daily uploads, and that's why I'm trying to get a lot of videos already made, so then it's like, because I'm not free every day and stuff, or I might be tired, and I don't want to be like, so hey guys, you know, I don't want to be like that, and you know, just clearly not enjoying it, whatever. But yeah, the career mode that I started it's already proving to be difficult. I'm sure you guys look forward to that. But yeah, mainly the reason the teams I put on that poll were teams that were suggested to me. And as you can see here, I'll just explain to you who I buy, and then I'll keep talking about the gameplay. Not talk about the gameplay, talk about what I was going to say. Basically, we end up buying Eriksen and Pastore based on what you guys said in the stream, and that is what I did. So those are the players I bought, and that's the reason why, you know, there was about 10 or 11 people in the stream, and you all said those 2 players, so that's why I did that. It wasn't really my choice, and I had no idea who I wanted to buy. I wasn't sure, so I just asked you guys what you wanted to see, and those are the players. So yeah, that's that. Yeah, but the thing is that I also find quite funny is that people will. There's a guy. I'm not annoyed or anything, but it's a little bit frustrating sometimes. How people will comment their same team on every video. The more annoying thing is buy certain players. Say buy this player, buy this player, buy this player. Now there's been 1 or 2 videos that I've asked where I've said, you know, and this is where I was going through and asking you guys who I should buy. Where I've asked who I should buy. I think it might have been just one episode, and on that, like, that's why I didn't care. You know, I wanted feedback because I didn't know who to buy, where to strengthen the team. But since then, there's been like videos. Every single video has been like, buy this guy, buy this guy, buy this guy. I know who good people are in career mode. You know, I've watched a lot of big people's career mode. It's often like buy Muriel or buy Ogbonna, those sort of players, where it's, I'm not saying them specifically, but those kind of players where, you know, say MGH, Calfreezy, people like that have bought them and they've turned out to be really good, and it's like, I don't just want to do a copy of their career mode, I want to do my own, do it my way, put my spin on it, and that's why I don't always follow them. You know, like, I'm not sure which career mode it was actually, but I asked, and you know, you guys wanted like Hummels, Neymar, that sort of players, and those are the ones I bought. Witzel, I remember a guy put like thumbs up if you want to get Witzel, and I was like, you know, because at the time I was really small, I'm still really small, but I was really small, like I had maybe 300-400 subs, I was like, mate, you know, I don't have enough views and that sort of stuff to get, you know, if you get to get any more than like 1 or 2 thumbs up, and it got like 8 or 9. I was like, okay, that's kind of shit up me then. But I mean, overall, I've loved doing this career mode. I'll talk about that more in the next videos, but it's really fun, and I'm sad to see it end in a way. But the next career mode I'm doing, it's kind of challenging, and I'm sure you guys will see that. I went on the poll, and I was sent to people on Twitter like, who should I do, because the 2 teams that were equal were Ajax and Juventus. And obviously you can stop voting, and please stop commenting on who I should do next, because it's going to be ages till I finish the next career mode anyway. So, and I probably won't even ask for your opinions then, simply because I've already picked out 1 or 2 teams. I mean, if I do a poll again, I'm definitely going to cut down the amount of teams, because the problem is that, you know, votes get split around, and it's not obvious who's a clear winner, and that's been the big problem. But, you know, and also I'll see, you know, what sort of teams I'm feeling at the time. You know, transfer window might change a lot of things, and a lot of different teams might change. But, you know, the thing is, like, Crystal Palace are on there, and, you know, they only got like 15 votes or something now. How, you know, like, I'm looking at it now, it's about 15. And got a game against Man Utd here, which was a big game. They've got Cleverley, Fletcher, Smalling, and Anderson injured, and they've won their last 3 games. I'll just turn off my thingy there, my notifications, so I don't get any notifications popping up, because I often get people asking to play, and I'm often busy doing this. Like, when I come on Xbox, generally it's the only thing I'm doing, it's to record footage to make videos. I'm not just messing about, and it's just I don't have time at the minute. And Neymar getting the goal there, which is pretty awesome. Anyway, you know, like, Crystal Palace weren't going to win. Well, I thought they might have a chance, but I realised that they didn't. But because I couldn't remove them from the poll, that also became a problem. Also, guys, if you're wondering about Manchester United, if you're a Man United fan, I'll be doing a Manchester United career mode over on my good friends Small Gamers Union channel. I'm already working on a couple of episodes of that, and I'll be doing that, you know, really consistently. I'll link that on my channel and all that kind of stuff though, so you guys don't miss it, because they were like 3rd in the poll consistently. Like, they did very well, but they were never like winning or anything. And I thought I'd do it on that channel, because I wanted to make videos on there. And I was like, oh, that's a perfect opportunity. You know, it's probably not one I'll do on mine, because it wasn't in the top 2, and you know, there'll probably be other teams I want to do in the future anyway. So that's that. But yeah, they actually did get a goal back here. It was a bit annoying. It's because I pulled Lloris away from towards the ball, and then when he crossed it in, he was had to move across too much ground, which is a bit annoying. But a lovely bit of, it was through ball to Neymar, who again finessing it past the keeper to make it 3-1, which is pretty awesome. But yes, I'll be doing a Manchester United career mode on that channel. Sorry, I should get a drink. But I think I'll be doing the next career mode that I'm doing. I might just tell you guys, it's going to be Ajax. It's going to be my Ajax career mode. Simply because I found that they were drawing Juventus and Ajax took the lead a couple of times. I've even got screenshots of it. Normally Ajax would take the lead, it would come a draw. Juventus would take the lead, it would come a draw. That's what they just kept doing that. No clear winner at all. And I thought I'd prefer doing Ajax, to be honest, more of a challenge. So basically what I'm doing with the Ajax career mode is I will explain in the videos with that. So 4-1 victory against Man United at Old Trafford's pretty amazing. Neymar getting 2 and Sturridge getting 2. Yeah, sorry, as I was saying, so I'm only using players in the youth academy, free transfers, and any player that I buy has got to be like under 10 million. I can't spend more than 10 million on a player, and it's going to be in the Premier League, so they're going to be, because I thought I was going to do it in their league, but I thought, why not just do it in the Premier League? Like, you guys don't really, except a few of you might not know any of the teams in there. I don't really know the teams. It's really hard to pronounce stuff, and I thought you guys would just prefer it because it will be more of a challenge. The team that I swapped them with is Reading, if you're wondering, just because they were the lowest rated team, and it has been a pain. Like, I always thought World Class was not easy at all, but it wasn't really hard, like legendary for me. I mean, I know my good friend Cutsy does play on legendary, absolute beast, but that's for me is just impossible to play on because I'm not used to it. I think is the main reason, but I'm just not used to playing on it. And World Class was kind of like I'm getting used to it, and like I can sort of play on it now. And then I like World Class on with this Ajax career mode because they're so like, because they're not such like a world class team. Like if you look at my Chelsea and my Man Utd career mode, they've been world class teams, you know, that I'm playing with. And like the first season of my Chelsea career mode I found difficult, you know, I found that quite challenging because the team wasn't amazing. But with the Ajax one I found it really hard. Like you guys will see me struggling, like a lot of people I think you'll realise like how difficult world class is. If you don't play on world class or whatever, you'll notice it, because when you're not playing with a world class team on world class, it is very challenging. And I remember this game playing against Inter away from home. It's the first leg of the Champions Cup. I don't know if it's knockout stages or what it is, but it's after the groups basically. And we go to the San Siro and give them an absolute whooping. So if you're looking to look at some good gameplay of me destroying Inter Milan, then this is going to be the one for you, because I was really shocked about this. Like, we did really well. Like, you always want to get a away goal or two if you can. But yeah, we took that to pretty much the extreme, and I was absolutely buzzing. But yeah, as I was saying. But yeah, when I'm doing my next career mode, the teams, I'll probably just put like 1, 2, maybe 3 teams on there if I do a vote again. But I'm taking the votes out of all the descriptions and all that sort of stuff, just so people aren't still voting and being like, look, but so-and-so's winning now, because yeah. But yeah, I'm going to talk about the Ajax one because it'll probably ruin it for you. But yeah. But I mean, overall, I think the biggest thing that I can take away from this career mode is stuff that I've learned from it. I was just kind of thinking I was just taking a break there because my voice is getting seriously croaky and it is still hurting a bit. But I also wanted to just tell you something before I talk about what I've learned from this career mode and stuff. The reason that you might be thinking I've gone inactive or anything is that I haven't at all. It's just that making this video, okay, so you think 30 minutes video, just for example, that's 3 10-minute videos. You know, that even a 28-minute video, that's 3 7-minute videos. And no, it isn't. What am I talking? It's 4 7-minute videos. What an idiot. Anyway, as I was saying, and if you think about it like that, like I normally have, so I'll upload Monday, don't upload Tuesday, upload Wednesday. That's how I normally do it. So you think I would take a break in between, so I'd take 2 days in between rather than 1, and it doesn't mean I'm becoming more inactive or anything. I know we go to the Champions League, I think this is quarterfinals or semi-finals, I'm not too sure, but against Man Utd, so at home. This is quite a big fixture, by the way. You'll see, it's such a big fixture, and it really will, you know, kind of show the outcome of this series. But the thing is, because they take a lot longer to make, I'm taking a bigger gap between them, because it means that instead of making 3 10-minute videos, I'm making 1 30-minute video for you guys. So I really do hope you appreciate the extra effort that I'm putting in. And it's just the render time mainly and the upload time. It's just so much more. And Neymar has come alive. Like 7 goals all competitions, that's not a lot, but I'd say 5 of them have been very important, good goals. And he's been working out for the team, and he's created a lot of things, and it's so fun to play with, guys. I'm so glad you suggested to get him. But I've noticed that I often wander off topic on these sort of things, don't I? But yeah, and I think the biggest thing I've learned with the series is stuff like that I've learned from it. So, you know, stuff to do with international career mode, transfers, like young players that are good. Everything that I've learned is just, it helps me, like, as I do next career mode, like the Man City one. I thought I improved a few things from the Chelsea one. You know, I'm hoping with the Ajax one to improve things that I didn't do well with the Man City one, stuff like that. You know, I've learned that live commentaries didn't go too well whatsoever, and I've kind of learned from that. You know, I've learned that it's better to kind of cut for me to cut things down, and you know, to like record a lot of video and then cut it down. Whereas, you know, in the first few episodes of the Chelsea one, I didn't. I just recorded it in one big block and then uploaded it. And I realised that didn't work too well. It didn't make the best videos. But overall, I really do want to thank you guys for the support and all that kind of stuff through this series. I mean, it has helped me so much. I mean, the Chelsea career mode is what has made my channel take off. And, you know, I say take off, and you're like, well, you've got 1,000 subs, whatever. And you can bet that KSI's got, I don't know how much he's got over 1 million, maybe, probably. And, you know, it's nothing. It's like, yeah, you're right. But to me, like, that's loads. The most I've ever had before this was, as you can see, 3-2. I was hoping to take a lead into the second leg, and Phil Jones in the 90th minute. Of course he's going to get a goal in the 90th minute, of course, to make it 3-all, so it's pretty much all score, except they've got the advantage going into the second leg, because if it was 0-0, they'd go through, because they were away goals, which is a bit of a pain in the butt, but I guess it's what happens sometimes, isn't it? Yeah, sorry, but as I was saying, I forgot what I was saying now, but yeah, the stuff I've learned and all that kind of stuff has just really helped me, and it's so good. I really don't know what else to say. And yeah, I was thinking that also, I should have said this at the start, like, you guys could have favorited this, that, or whatever. It's not, it feels like I'm asking for favourites. I'm not, I'm just suggesting, because that's what I do. You know, if there's a video that's long and I'm like, well, I can't watch this all in one go, then I favourite it, and then I come back to it. And I was thinking, oh yeah, you guys could do that, and that's why I've left my Man Utd Career Mode up for a bit longer, the 30-minute episode of that, simply because I was like, you know, if people don't want to miss out, you know, they don't want to fall behind, like, I might as well do that, you know, give them more time to watch and that sort of stuff, and it's really done really well, you know, like, you guys have left so much good feedback from it, so many likes, and you know, even the views has done really well for me, and it's really like, it's like, I couldn't wait to make this one. The problem is that my voice goes croaky, and I'm like, almost, it's not what do I talk about, it's just a bit like I'm kind of like running on edge of running out of topics, you know. If you think of an average Call of Duty commentary, that's 5 minutes maybe. So, you know, that's six videos in one. It's pretty mental, really. And the average Career Mode video, that's maybe 3-4 videos in one. So it's kind of difficult, and especially as I'm not talking about the gameplay. But Pogba getting such an important goal there, I was so pleased, because he didn't really score goals for me at all, Pogba, but he did in that occasion. I was hoping Lukaku would get the goal, but luckily Pogba was in the right place, right time, and I think that win was just so key for us. It was so lucky that it was a 90th minute goal, and I didn't deserve to get it there, but I did, and I was really happy. Anyway, moving on to the Man United game, and Van Persie puts himself 1-0 up after 3 minutes, and I was just like, oh, this is going to be a tough game, as it often is, but I did get my way back into it. As you can see, look at the timer, 77th minute, and Jovetic manages to get us a goal, and I was so happy. I was like, right, okay, we just need 1 goal to win this now. But it didn't go to plan. I was really happy with Jovetic. He's played so well lately. At first I was a bit like, but once I've got used to him, I'm like, I know how to play him, and I know how to score goals with him, and he's, you know, as you can see in this one, he's got 22 goals all competitions, which is fantastic. Yeah, as I said, it didn't go to plan, and as you can see, 80th minute, it didn't go to plan at all. They get a goal back here, and Kagawa gives a pass to, I'm not sure who that was, maybe that was Welbeck or something. Anyway, the rebound comes out for Hernandez, and Hummels, I thought Hummels was going to get in the way of it. If Hummels had got a touch on it, then it would not have gone in, but it made it 5-4. No, I'm sorry, I'm a bit tired really. And we do get a goal back with Sturridge, and I was so like buzzing. I was like, oh my god, the comeback's on, 88th minute. But you know, that's not what happened, guys, and I was so disappointed because I'd worked so hard in this game, and it was such a tough but fun game. But 2-2, and it had been 3-3, so they go through on away goals, and I was gutted at that, and I was, you know, kind of like, oh, well, why? But yeah, we're moving on to a game against Swansea here. We're away from home, of course, at is it Liberty Stadium? It's something like that, I remember. I'll probably remember like after I've done the video, but they do get 1-0 up here, and I was a bit annoyed because like the Everton game we went 1-0 down, I think it was anyway. The United game we struggled, and now this game we seem to be struggling, but it was poor defending, and I always make the mistake of bringing my goalkeeper out, but sometimes it really will just like, it's like, you know, for example, you bring your keeper out and he grabs the ball, you know, I'm not going to show you guys that as a highlight, and that happens so much, but then it's like lots of goals you concede are actually because of the fact I brought my keeper out, and then they crossed it or they passed it or whatever, and the guy just taps it in. But Hazard in the 72nd minute gets us a goal back. That is a classic Hazard, been in a lot of open space on that right hand side for me anyway, and just smashing it in along the floor. That's happened like 4 or 5 times for definite for me, and it's quite funny really. Anyway, we're moving on to a game that was how it ended, 1-1 against Newcastle away from home at St James's Park. I'm not going to call it by its new stupid name, and we really needed a win here. I was hoping to win the Premier League, and obviously I needed points, and I needed points wherever I could get them. So yeah, you can see the team that I've gone out with. I think I'm playing it's 3-4-3 is the formation that I'm going with, and there was literally not a single highlight I could show you. There was no good chances, nothing like that, and it ended 0-0. So obviously there's nothing I could show. I just thought I'd show you the final result was 0-0. You know, I'm not hiding anything from you. I'm just, you know, that was the final result, which is really disappointing. But we move on to now another away game against Stoke City at the Britannia Stadium, and thing is with this, by the way, Begovic is in this season in real life. He's doing really well in terms of the fantasy league points. You know, he keeps a lot of clean sheets, that sort of stuff. Sorry, just get a drink here. Sorry, I just realised that's really loud. That's because it's a plastic bottle, so you can hear it like moving, making noises as it contracts and expands, that sort of stuff. Because I'm like, you know, you squeeze it and then, yeah, you know what I mean, guys. I don't know, I'm rambling on. But we do go 1-0 up with an Aguero. That's classic Aguero for you, just using his pace to get past the defender, getting in a bit of open space, and then using his right foot to smash it in. But yeah, unfortunately, Company scores an own goal in the 67th minute. I was a bit confused as to what happened, but as you can see, he kicks it, and then because the Company's like slide tackle to try and block the ball, it like bobbles over him and it sends it flying up, and Lloris didn't really have any chance to stop it, and that made it 1-1. But we weren't done, we weren't on the game at that point. We did get back into it with Aguero doing a lovely bit of skill, destroying 2 defenders and then smashing it with his left foot past the third, 87th minute, making it 2-1. That was a lovely goal, lovely bit of skill, and smashed it into the back of the net before the defender could come and slide tackle him. And I thought the game was pretty much won at that point, but he's conceded 90th minute. They do get a goal, and as you can see, Lloris was out of his net again, which I was a bit annoyed at. Like I brought him out to stop the Jones, I think it was, Kenyon Jones shot, and then because he was out, that's the reason that we conceded. But yeah, we did win, as you can see here. Chelsea are the champions of the Premier League, and yeah, we were consistent. I thought we played very well as a team, and I got the team working really well, and I knew which players should go where and all that sort of stuff by the end of the season. And yeah, we were the champions. So I wasn't really too bothered what happened now going into this game against Arsenal. Obviously, it'll have the celebrations and that sort of stuff, but you can see the team I've put out. Lloris, David Luiz, Hummels, Company, Ramirez, Pogba, Mata, Neymar, Hazard, Jovetic and Aguero. I think I'm playing the 3-5-2 formation in this video, in this like bit of footage. And we do get a penalty fairly early on. It was a Walcott mistake that gave us that penalty, and I was pretty happy with that. I'm not going to complain. It's a penalty. And I don't know why Pogba was like the one that was ready to take it, but the reason I gave it to Jovetic is because I wanted him to be top goal scorer. So obviously a free goal here was pretty nice, and of course he put it into the back of net, and it just added to his goal tally, and that's the only reason I put him there. I'm going to have to get another drink. I'm sorry guys, my voice is getting really croaky. I think I'd nearly finished the Man Utd Career Mode at this point, so obviously I'm not used to it. And it's just 2 minutes after we scored with Jovetic, he gets another one, a lovely little breakaway created by, I think I'm not sure whose through ball that gave him it, but he used a bit of pace and a bit of muscling off the defender, and then smashed it into that top corner, which was pretty much a big shock. You're not going to expect that. Like, I thought he would just get it past the keeper, but smash into that top corner. You'll generally miss those if you put that much power on it. But yeah, again, we were not done. This is what I understand. Like, I'll struggle against teams like, I'm not being disrespectful, but Newcastle, Swansea, and that, teams that aren't as high up as, say, Arsenal, Man United. But yeah, we'll get, we'll score goals against Man United, but we won't score them against Newcastle, which it doesn't really make sense. But Podolski, 63rd minute, brings it to 2-1, and I wasn't really bothered either way. Normally I'm like, oh, I'm worried at this point, but I actually wasn't, because obviously we'd already won the title, and we still had a goal, and we'd still get a point. We'd still get a point even if they scored again. But luckily we got Jovetic getting the hat-trick there, hat-trick hero Jovetic in the 69th minute. Oh, I can't wait for those comments going to be about that, are they? And yeah, that was pretty awesome. I was glad that he got that, because it kind of meant that we were a lot safer in the game regardless of what happened. But they do get another goal here, which is an absolutely cracking goal from Santi Cazorla. I think that's Wilshere. No, that's Wilshere. Gives it to Cazorla, and that is an absolutely wonderful goal. I was not bothered by conceding that whatsoever. Like, that's a fantastic goal. And yeah, they do get a third. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain in the 80th minute, but that was the final score, 3-3. We went from 3-1 up to 3-3. I wasn't too bothered. We'd already won the title, and Jovetic getting that hat-trick and adding to the goal tally. So look out for him in the squad report in the next episode. So if you enjoyed this video, I really appreciate if you liked it, and if you're here at this point, please leave a comment saying I was still here, like I did with the Man Utd one. So if you want to see all of the Chelsea Career Mode videos, the link to the playlist is in the bottom right of the screen now. If you want to subscribe, that's the top right. The next Chelsea episode will be linked once it's uploaded. Previous one will be on the left of the screen once it's uploaded. Social media links such as Twitter, Facebook, and my Twitch TV for live streaming will also be there. And if you want to go on my channel and look at some of the videos that I've done, then that's also in the top left. So yeah, leave a comment. I'm still here if you were still here at this point. Anyway, you guys are awesome for getting to here, and I really hope you enjoy the video. Peace out.